Commanders. They've won 4 in a row. The last 3 weeks, they've scored 114 points. Team hasn't done that in 3 straight games since 1999. So, again, 4 in a row here, Daniels. We'll get to Caleb in a minute. And Washington's there's even more to it, isn't there? I mean, when we can score points.
Yes.
Well, we can make some assumptions.
No doubt about it, Boom. It permeates through the team. When I have an offense and a quarterback that can lead that offense, that can score points, defensively, I come in there with a song in my heart and a smile on my face because I know we can put up points. And Jayden Daniels is playing well. He threw his first pick in the red zone today. He'll learn from that. It's a learning thing. But his ability to lead that offense allows this defense to play the way they play. And the defense has been playing outstanding. I get it. It's Cleveland. They're struggling. But if this team is going to play defense the way they play, and they're going to dominate the game on that side of the ball, to allow this rookie quarterback to make the explosive plays with his feet, to be able to make the deep throws down the field, they might be the best team in the NFC East. And that's
no one had that.
That's saying something. Nobody. And that's counting the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Giants. They are playing the best, and they might wind up being the best.
You know what? Confidence is ownership, like you say, quarterback, coach, fans in the stands, standing ovation at halftime.
A standing O in Washington. When's the last time Daniel Snyder got one of those?
No, well, you have to go back to about 1999. I think Norv might have been coaching.
Yeah, exactly.
I got to go way back, a long way back.
First half of the call, what did you see on that play and what was called? How did it play out?
That was just scramble drill, honestly. We've been working on that for a while, so for it to show up in that spot was really big. And yeah, that's something that we've been practicing since Cliff got here, and I think Jayden's doing a better job each and every week, just keeping his eyes down the field. And as receivers, we just want to put ourselves in a position to find some open space and try to make a play. So it was a good play to connect on that and flip the field.
Win 4 in a row. What's the vibe in this locker room? What's going right?
Yeah, man, I think we just have a really close group of guys that are practicing really well. I believe we are working really hard each and every day to be better than we were the day before. And we're not just hanging our hats on what we've done in the past. And I think we've just been listening to how DQ's been leading us. And I think we're playing really good complementary football. Obviously, we left a lot on the field. And, me personally, I'm going to be better. You know what I mean? Like having a fumble, giving them 3 points, having a drop touchdown, taking 6 points also. Me personally, everybody knows I'm going to be better for that. But at the end of the day, we won the game. So that's my main focus. But I think when you have a team that is able to pick each other up, when some mistakes are made and you're still able to put up 30 points and hold the team under 20, that gives a lot of excitement going forward. So we know that we have to just clean up the little things because we're going to be going on the road against a really good Baltimore team, and we got to be able to minimize mistakes if we're going to be able to win that game. But the vibes in here are really high because of the way we're competing in practice and it's showing up in the game, the little things. So we're looking forward to build on that.
Terry, you had the huge touchdown in Cincinnati. Today you have a 60-plus incredible play. Jayden, to you, how do you feel about the rapport that you and him are building, and how special was that play today?
Yeah, him and I are growing each and every week, and great thing about him is we're always in constant communication. So, when I have a mistake, he's always got my back and making sure I'm just keeping focused. And same with him. I'm just trying to encourage him when things don't go right. But you can definitely tell that our connection is growing each and every week, and I just want to be the guy that can help continue to develop and be a great teammate for him and the rest of our team. And honestly, I just want to shout out Dayami for real. He's had quite the journey in the league, and the way he's matured and continued to keep his head down and work. And he's kept his faith high in the Lord, and he was ready for his moment. And obviously missing Noah, that was tough for us. But for him to step up in that moment, to get one-on-one coverage, we knew we were going to get a lot of man today. And I felt like we handled that as a group. Luke coming up with big conversions, OZ. And I'm just really happy for Dayami. So I think he just has to continue to grow and be in those big spots for us. I know he's going to continue to try to make those plays. So me and Jayden are going to continue to grow, but I'm definitely happy for the other guys in my room too.
Real quick, you guys had a lot of huge plays today. What does it say about this offense? You guys were able to get, I think, 4 plays, 34 or more yards in the first half. I think maybe 6 overall. What's it about this offense that's allowed you to have plays like that?
Yeah, I think we're finding ways to create explosives, and it's not just in the pass game; it's in the run game as well. You're finding guys who are running down the field trying to get blocks in the second level, so the running backs can spring free. We're doing a really good job in scramble drill, and Jayden is giving us a chance. And when you got a man game like this, you're gonna have some chance for some explosives, and you got to make teams pay. So we're really excited that we're able to create explosive plays in the run and the pass, and I feel like that just gives a lot of dynamics for our defense to contend with. And on us, we just got to learn how to minimize the mistakes, getting down in the red zone, missing opportunity, fumbles on my part, drop touchdowns. So, but to put up 34 points and win the game against a good defense, we're proud of that. So you take the good with the bad, but you got to learn from it going forward, because we're going to have a really, really good test next week against Baltimore.
Jerry, could you see this coming? This start, could you see it coming?
I think you never really know how it's going to play out, but I had confidence in this group, the way we practice each and every week, the camaraderie, the way we built from the spring through camp, the competitive edge that we have against one another, and how Coach Quinn pushes us to compete in everything we do. And when you got guys who want to win every single practice rep, I think that translates to the football field. And I think our preparation is really in a good spot right now, but I think we can really hang our hat on the way we're working. And just to see that we're able to put up the points that we are, the defense is getting in the groove, but we still have a lot of room to get better and leave some meat on the bone. That's exciting as a player for myself. So, we're just going to continue to build on this. You never really know how it's going to play out in the league, but when you put good days of practice together, when you play for one another, when you compete at the highest level, and there's a lot of unselfishness on this team, you have a chance to have success. So I think we're doing that at a high level right now.
You guys are putting the nation on notice. So for those just starting to tune into what this team is all about, what do you think you showed them today?
We're just going to continue to stay humble, but at the end of the day, I feel like when you turn on the film, you're going to see a group of guys, whether it's offense, defense, special teams, going to play extremely hard for the guy next to him. Everybody's eager to try to make a play to help win the game or make a game-changing play. And you got guys who are really unselfish and just willing to do the little things to help us be successful, whether it's in the run game, pass game, defense running to the ball, D-linemen run out of stack, special teams, the way they're converging on kickoffs and bringing energy to our team. So it's not really, something that we're trying to prove to the nation, but I think when you turn the film on, it's a direct indication of what we've been building since Coach Quinn got here in the spring, and it's on us and the leaders to continue to try to build on that and continue to get better on the little things and the mistakes that we did have, so we could play a lot cleaner. But when you come out with a win like that and you feel like you still have a lot of room to improve, that's exciting. It makes you get eager to get back to the drawing board, watch the film to get better.
Awesome. Thanks, Terry.
One win away from matching their total from all of last season, and that's the reason why. Jayden Daniels out here balling. Late second quarter, we pick it up in a 10-3 game. Oh. Going for it on 4th and 3, and
so
Daniels.
Smooth. So smooth.
It is. He makes it look easy and
just cruising.
I promise it is not. Turns it into a big gainer up the right sideline and sets up 1st and goal. Longest rush of his career thus far, and it's Brian Robinson Jr., the beneficiary of that fresh set of downs. Now 17-3, not done after forcing a 3-and-out.
Dime.
Putting a go ball on the money. Coming into this game, Daniels is last in the league in air yards per attempt, but when he does attempt them downfield, it seems like it's always working, Matt.
Yeah, his accuracy has really been pinpoint the entire season.
Finds De'Ami Brown there. Commanders up 24-3 at half, and what are we doing, Cleveland? Figure it out. This guy's not the answer, but they're tied up in money, and he's tied up in the backfield. Browns would settle for a field goal there. No communication, all frustration. One of 7 sacks for Washington. Ensuing Commanders drive. Jeremy McNichols. Just start him in your fantasy league?
No, I did not.
Stealing from others. Washington's 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. Commanders up 31-6. This thing's all but over, but we got more to show you. It would be struggles continued for Watson as he just kind of hands that one to the defense. Commanders, big winners, 34-13, and Cleveland knows those grocery bags too well. They start 4-1 for the first time since 2008, those Commanders. They finished 8-8 that season, but leave those details for another day as Jayden Daniels has breathed hope into this franchise and fan base. Last season, Cleveland didn't suffer their 4th loss until Week 12, so sort of a changing of places between these two teams. The Browns struggling, the Commanders surging. 34-13, your final. Most points in a rookie quarterback's first 5 starts. Quickly climbing is this Daniels-led Commander offense. 155 points, third to Brock Purdy and the quarterback he faced on this day. Success, while it's hard to attain, it's even harder to keep. We'll see if he can hold on and keep leading a Washington team with playoff hopes. Matt, as we're sitting there watching Jayden Daniels work his way down a football field, I'm not sure if it's the air out of the balloon for Cleveland, or if it's just flying high right now the way that Daniels has. Talk to me about what you saw in this game and when a defense has enough tape on a quarterback. Like, when are defenses going to start seeing Jayden Daniels a little differently?
Two things could be true, right? They're flying high in Washington, and the air is pretty much out of the balloon in Cleveland. Let's start with the winning team, the Commanders. Number one, they have a quarterback. They have a quarterback that they believe in. They have a quarterback that has fit rather nicely in this offensive scheme, and he is making everything look so easy. I'm trying to tell you, when you watch Jayden Daniels play in a Commander's uniform, it feels like you're watching him in an LSU uniform.
There's so much space around him, whether run, pass, protection. He just seems untouched and unbothered.
He does everything in a calm manner. And even when he gets sacked, when he gets pressured, he still looks so comfortable. And you talked about the accuracy on the deep balls. I mean, he has been on point. Anytime he's attempting a splash-like play, he's hitting his pass catcher right in the ideal position for him to make big completions. And that's what we're seeing. Then when you talk about the other element that he has at his arsenal as the starting quarterback, his ability to run. He is the best runner on their team. And it's not like he is running first and then throwing second. No, he looks to throw, and then if that's not there, he takes off and he runs. He can make people miss. He is so slippery in the pocket, and I love his running vision. The vision that he has when he's running the football to be able to keep himself out of harm's way has been so spectacular in watching. But then when you transition to the opposite team, the opposing team, the Cleveland Browns, I talked about that balloon having no air. That balloon is somewhere in the trash right now.
If there is air, it's bad air in that building.
Yes, they have a lot going on. When you talk about how successful they were, right, Kevin Stefanski, he was comfortable being uncomfortable last season with all the injuries. They're pretty healthy. I know they're dealing with some injuries on the offensive line. The same can be said with a few defenders. But what we're seeing right now is unexcusable.
Yeah.
You cannot have these type of letdowns as a team performing when you know what's at stake. When you talk about having your quarterback that you invested so much money in, things haven't gotten right at all. And I don't see it turning around anytime soon moving forward.
Can Jameis change it? I'm not here to say that Deshaun Watson is the only problem with this team right now, but can Jameis Winston breathe some life into a team?
I think he can, and here's why. When you make that type of change at the quarterback position, instantly everyone's eyes get bigger in the building. Prime example,
Carolina?
Right? Carolina.
Yeah.
When we watch Carolina with Bryce Young, and I'm not saying that Bryce Young was solely at fault for the miscues offensively or as a team as a whole, but when they moved Bryce Young out of the lineup, instantly the offensive line got better. Instantly the running backs seemed to run better. Instantly the wide receivers were able to create separation, to be open, to make completions become a thing, and we're like, wow, what happened? They changed the dynamics at the quarterback position. I'm not saying that's what they should do, but at some point in time, if things will not change anytime soon, sooner than later, you're going to have to make some changes.
Yeah.
And that falls on the shoulder of who? Kevin Stefanski.
You're not saying that's what they should do. I am. We got more coming here on Game Day Scoreboard as we will look for answers to all the questions as we take a look at rushing touchdowns in their first 5 games. The 2024 Washington Commanders with 13 in their first 5. So all that he's doing through the air.